Angelo. We have been out of commission for a while. You've probably noticed. But it's okay, we're back. I noticed a lot lately I want to talk about sleeping, because this is what I've noticed a lot of. I've been doing a lot of sleeping because I was sick. We were all sick of being sick. But you know, sleeping's so great, but there's always something that goes wrong. You always get ready for bed, and then you are laying in bed and you got your covers over you and you're like, crap, I need to go get a drink of water. And you get out of bed, and you're like, oh, it's cold out here. You get a drink of water and you're like, oh, you get back in bed. And you're like, oh, I forgot to brush my teeth, and you have to get out of bed and you go brush your teeth. And you're always like, oh, my toothpaste is in the... And you start getting ready for bed like a good person would get up like 10 o'clock. You'd be like, 10 o'clock? Getting up at 6 a.m. You know, 10 o'clock's good. And that was like 10:40 and you're like brushing your teeth and you're like, okay, yeah, no, we're good. We're brush my teeth. And you're like, oh, my work clothes! And you gotta get out of bed and you go find your work clothes. And this happens every day. I've had some weird dreams lately. The one that repeats itself the most is Darth Vader is fighting me on the Death Star. And then I'm like, whoa, and he's like trying to strike me down, become more powerful than I've ever been before. I could have ever imagined. And I turn around and there's a bunch of Nazis that he controls and they're chasing me. I'm like, why Darth Vader? And then I wake up and I'm like, what? But when you're sick, you have dreams like that, but they never finish. They just are the same dream. Like you're trying to pull a lever, and you don't even know why, but the lever is so important. You just wake up, you're like starting your dream, and it's like, pull this lever, and you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta pull the lever, and you try to pull the lever, and things you just know are bad, and then you wake up, and you're like, I couldn't pull the lever. And you go back to sleep, it's like, pull the lever! And you wake up, and you're like, you're sweating already, you're like, I didn't pull the lever, I'll just go back to, pull the lever! And you're like, come on, I can't, I just want to, and this happens all night long, and you wake up the next morning, you're like, I couldn't pull the lever, and now I have to wake up. And then you have alarm clocks going off, and they're not even yours, and they're going off at like 4:30, and you don't have to wake up until 6:30, and you're like, ah. And then, if you're me, you've got like 12 alarm clocks, and you want to shut every single one off so you could sleep an extra 5 minutes. But then you lose track of all the alarm clocks, because you don't know, you haven't counted in your sleep. It could have been 7 alarm clocks, and you were only supposed to have 6. And then you sleep through the last alarm clock, and you're like, oh, just another alarm clock, and oh, it's a mess. Anyhow, we're back at Almost Appropriate, and we're going to take it by storm. Like the perfect storm.